Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. And I'm sure you might have guessed by now by the title that we're discussing. I want to discuss with you about the most important thing that has helped me prosper in life, and that is the soul. So, today we're going to do some soul talking. So, get yourself comfortable, and I just hope this video benefits you. So, before we begin, let me tell you this truth that there is nothing on the outside. Stop looking for prosperity on the outside, because the outside is just a manifestation of your inside. And this is what changed everything about my life. No matter how much you try to fix things on the outside, no matter how many fields you change in pursuit of success and prosperity, methods that you change and techniques that you change, there nothing is changing until and unless you don't go down deep down in the soul and fix the soul issue. 3 John 1:12 says that, beloved, I pray that you prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. So, right there, the Bible is explaining to you what is the real source of your prosperity. Okay, what is the real technique? The Bible gives you the real technique of being prosperous and being successful in all that you do. Okay, and not just being prosperous, but also being in good health. Okay, it talks, because see, prosperity is not just your financial prosperity also is your well-being, you being in good health and having good relationships and everything about your life. That means in every area of your life, when you're prospering, that's when you're really prosperous. Okay, and that is exactly what the Bible teaches us. And it says that everything, it just comes down, it just boils down to one thing, and that is your soul prosperity. Now, many people are struggling and trying to find ways to prosper and to succeed, but they land up just uh, in a mess. They land up in a mess. They land up just again and again, trying to do different things and again failing. All right, and wasting money, wasting time, burning bridges, spoiling relationships, whatever it be. And at the end of it, there is no upliftment. Okay, there is no upliftment. So that is what we need to understand, that in this situation, a particular person must understand that it's nothing to do on the outside. It's the soul issue. It's the soul issue. You need to go down, deep down, and begin to fix your soul. Now listen, when I understood about the importance of having a healthy soul, and when I began to work on it, it's not an overnight thing. You need to work on your soul every day. It's a daily thing. And when I began to work on my soul, I automatically began to see fruits in my life. I began to see that I no longer have to struggle, and things are happening in my life. The only thing was, because my soul was prospering, and because my soul was I was trying to bring it out of that bad condition and try to fix it up. So everything on the outside was a manifestation of that healed soul. It's just the manifestation of your healed soul. There is nothing that happens on the outside, and I'm going to repeat this, okay, because it is so important for us to understand. There is nothing that happens on the outside. The outside is just the manifestation of your inside. So if you have a wounded soul, that is what is going to manifest on the outside. That's the results that you will see outside, in every other area of your life. All right, many people, they you see, they never free of sickness. Like, they never seem to break those chains of illness and sickness. And it could not be anything major, but It could just be the small things, but throughout the year they are constantly fighting with some or the other issues with their health. Now that's nothing to do, when you go to the doctors say everything is fine. That's when you got to understand that it's nothing to do on the outside. This is a soul issue. All right, this is a soul issue. Now let's talk about what are these issues. Now, when I'm talking about the soul issues, I'm talking about the soul wounds, the wounds that are on your soul. Listen, people are debilitated by these soul wounds. Yes, it has ruined them. And these wounds are not caused by anybody else, they are caused by you. Yes, nobody else has the power to wound your soul as long as you know how to protect your soul. Okay, now when I talk about these soul wounds, I'm talking about things that have happened in the past. Might be certain events that have happened in the past that have left your soul wounded. Might be certain failures that have left you wounded, or it could be a bad relationship in the past that has left your soul wounded. Even in your daily life, you can wound your soul just by accepting and meditating on somebody's wrong comment, okay, or somebody has spoken to you something that has hurt you. But if you're going to carry that home and meditate on that, that's doing nothing. It's not benefiting you in any way, but it is just wounding. It's just creating another wound. Okay, so these are the wounds on your soul. I'm not saying what happened to you was it's easy to overcome it. Yes, definitely not. It could have left you in a bad state. But at the end of it, you cannot carry those wounds with you in your future, because that's not helping. And that's why you don't see prosperity, and that's why many people don't see health, because they have been unable to shut the doors of the past. They have been unable to first go back and fix their souls, and that's the real problem right there. And because they are with wounds on their soul, they cannot move forward in life, and you will constantly see struggle. And struggle is nothing but a wounded soul. It is nothing but a wounded soul, beloveds. And you got to understand that. You got to understand that if you are moving forward with a wounded soul, prosperity is not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. Success is not guaranteed. You might do what you want. You could have the best skills, and you could have everything that you need for you to be successful. But if you don't get to the root cause, okay, and if you don't fix that root issue, which is the soul issue, you will not be able to move forward beyond a particular point or beyond a particular level. That's what happens with many. They come, they prosper, they come to a particular level, okay, but they seem to get stuck in that level. They can't move beyond that level. Now, that is again a soul issue. So instead of wasting time fixing the outside, you must focus on your soul. And like I said, it's not just an overnight thing. Each day you need to focus on your soul, because when your soul begins to prosper, you will begin to see that everything on the outside that you have struggled so much for automatically begins to align itself. You will automatically attract prosperity and success, and you will see your health improve. Okay, because that is what it is. That is what it is. The Bible clearly says that it's your soul issue. And I'm telling you this out of the testimony of my life, that when I began to focus on my soul, yes, it was not that I was a person, yes, who could not, I did harbor a lot of offense. But at the end of it, being offended with somebody does not help you. It does not help you. Being a person who cannot forgive easily does not help you. It only worsens your situation. Because your soul, you are only creating more wounds in your soul, you know. So why have offense, or why harbor uh, bitterness, whatever it is, because it's not benefiting you. Neither, listen, you're not nothing, whoever you have offense against, or whatever bitterness you have against people who've done wrong to you, okay, uh, they are still moving on in life, but the only one who's affected is you, because you have wounded your soul with all that. So there is absent so I figured out that there's absolutely no no sense. It makes no sense to keep offense, or to to move with the spirit of offense, and to keep bitterness, or just hold people, because that's what you're doing. You're making them those who you have things against, and if you are unable to forgive them, listen, you're becoming a slave to them. If you cannot forgive somebody, you are automatically becoming a slave to them, because that's what they do. They can still be in your mind, in your soul, and they're still troubling you in the soul, okay. It's not physically that person has moved on, okay. He has no business with you, but you have still held him back in your soul, okay. And you constantly you allowing your soul to be affected by those thoughts of unforgiveness and bitterness and whatever you have against that person, all right. And in fact, nowadays I see that the world, we've come to such a stage where there is so much bitterness we have against our own people, against, leave alone any outsider, but against our own people, against our own family, or could be close ones. We hold so much, like, that's where we need to start, right? That's where we need to start, because the person who's very close to you can hurt you the most, right? But I don't give anybody that authority any longer to hurt me. Yes, I love you. You are my family. Yes, you're my friends. I love you. But I keep you in a place, rather, I keep my soul in a place where I cannot be affected by anything that you do. At the end of it, they're just human. They're not God. They are going to do something that you're not going to like. But I have the choice to keep myself in a place, to keep my soul in a place where I have protected it, that no matter what you do is your problem. The day I bring it in my soul, then it becomes my problem, okay. And I cannot waste time. Listen, I cannot waste time, because I need to move forward in my destiny. I cannot be stagnated. I don't want to be in an unsuccessful place. I want to move forward. And it's very strange. Listen, it's very strange, because we hold back our own destiny, because we give the others so much power over us, that anything they do, we make it our sole issue. And because it's a sole issue, at the end of it, the prosperity does not happen, the success does not happen, because I have already made it my sole issue. Now it's in the soul. Come on, tell me one thing. How, who is that important? How can you give anybody that much power to keep you away from your destiny, to stop your progress? I think it's silly, and we must understand this. Yes, it's not easy. It's not easy, but it's doable. It's doable. Each day in the morning, the first thing you got to do, like you take a shower, and like you do, like you have your breakfast and do your daily routine, okay. The first thing you got to do is that you got to bathe your soul. You got to bathe your soul as well. That means you got to decide that I'm going to move throughout this day without any bitterness, without any unforgiveness. I don't need to be jealous of anybody, because everybody has their own destiny. I got mine too, and God has special plans for me, all right. So beloveds, it's time we need to understand how important our soul is, okay. Whatever you have been harboring in of the past, you got to shut that door, and you got to cleanse yourself of all that, of all those wounds. You got to cleanse yourself of all those wounds, okay. no matter who, and learn to give grace to people just for yourself. Listen, learn to give grace to people just for yourself, just for yourself. Because we are living in such a time where there is insanity around us. There is so much insanity around us. Like, you just move out of your house. When you're on the road, you will find people do such things, such silly things, that you will get into a road rage, and that is not good for your soul. But that is inevitable. You cannot change people, but you can change your reaction towards it. Because, see, anything, listen, today, if I got to get angry at someone, I need to go back, cleanse myself, and wash that off me, wash that spirit of anger off me. And I got to cleanse myself, because if I don't do the cleansing, those wounds are going to remain in my soul. Okay, so that's how important it is. So every day we got to watch ourselves. We cannot be moving carelessly. We cannot be careless about our souls, because that's where your prosperity lies, that's where your health lies, that's where everything about your life is. So why waste time, beloveds? Why waste time? Fix your soul. Fix your soul immediately. Okay, and learn to move with a peaceful soul. Yes, it hurts, it angers you sometimes, but it's not worth it. It's just not worth it, because the one who has to anger you angers you and goes away. Okay, but the one who's losing is you, if you allow that to come into your soul. So protect your soul with all your might. Protect your soul with all your might, and don't allow wounds on your soul, because it's not worth it. Okay, God has a good plan for you. He's got an amazing plan for you. So why waste time? Why waste time? He wants you to reach there in time, before the window shuts. Okay, and so focus on your soul, heal your soul, so that you move forward from glory to glory and strength to strength. So that's what I had for you today. Stay blessed.